tournament seedings have been set. We are close to the end of the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center for another night of exciting Apprentice School basketball. It will be your Lady Builders taking on the Tigers of Trinity, Washington University out of Washington, D.C. Hello, folks. Howard McCain here, bringing you the play-by-play as it happens right in front of us. Dave Davenport and Mike Davenport will serve as our cameraman and our engineer producer. As Coach Aisha Gainey, in her first season at the helm for the Lady Builders, brings her squad into tonight's contest with an overall record of 11-9, 5-0 in conference play. This is a get-right game for the Lady Builders. If you were with us the other night when they took on Warren Wilson, man, oh man, you saw a basketball game where when the game is over, you just take the tape from the game, ladies and gentlemen, and you just burn it. You learn what you can learn from it, and you move on. Lady Builders did not have a very good night that night, but they're looking to get back to their winning ways as they take on the Tigers of Trinity, Washington University, led by their head coach, Jerome Cook. The Tigers come into tonight's game with an overall record of 3-13. No conference record is available as Coach Jerome coaches the Tigers through a very difficult second season. Both starting lineups have been introduced. We are at the center logo, and we are underway. Lady Builders control the opening tip, but they missed the opening shot. Your officials for this evening game as the Tigers go on offense for the first time. That long three-point shot partially blocked by Joy Wright. Your officials are Kelly Mitchell, Gilbert Velmer, and Zachary Clark will be handling all of the administrative duties as the Lady Builders on offense. Get it inside. Shot up, no good, but there will be a foul call. That foul call is going to be credited to Khalees Williams, her first personal foul and the team's first. And for the visiting Tigers, we'll give you your starters in just a moment as the Lady Builders are set to attempt their first foul shots of the evening as Cornesia Lamberson hits the first of two. Your starting lineup tonight for the Lady Builders: Dejanelle Linton Robinson, Joy Wright, Jayla Stratton, Cornesia Lamberson, and Neandra Kelly make out your starters for the Lady Builders as Cornesia Lamberson makes both her free throws, and the Lady Builders up by 2, and Tigers back on offense. Lady Builders had their press broken. Wild shot by the Tigers. Back comes Stratton with a fast break opportunity to Kelly. Builders working the perimeter. It's right. Test the baseline. Feed inside to Lamberson. Her second shot of the evening is up and good. Your starters for the Tigers are Khalees Williams, Skylar Walston, Zanaya Moore, Victoria Thompson, and Patricia Thomas make up the starters for the visiting Tigers as the visiting Tigers miss their second opportunity on offense. Lady Builders with a 4-0 lead early as Wright. And there's going to be a foul call. I thought it was going to be a travel, but instead it's going to be a foul call. That foul is going to be whistled on Khalees Williams. That is already her second personal foul and the team's second. Now, only one player available on the bench for Coach Cook and his Tigers, so they will have to be careful with their fouls in this basketball game. It's Stratton. Works the perimeter with Wright. Shot clock now with 10. Here's Stratton. Long three-point shot off the back of the iron. Lamberson there with the rebound, the putback, and the foul. So count the basket at the foul. Zanaya Moore will be credited with her first personal foul. That'll be the team's third. So Lamberson, who already has all of the Builder points, is back at the line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way with the and one. She now has 6 points. Kelly with the offensive rebound. Stratton with the feed inside to Linton Robinson. Her right-handed shot off the glass. And that one is good. And the Lady Builders now with an 8-0 lead. Tigers able to break the full-court press. And it's going to be a foul call. That foul will be whistled on DeAndre Kelly. That'll be her first personal foul. And that'll be the team's first as well. Tigers, second shot. Long three-point shot off the mark. They're going to say it was last touched by the Lady Builders. So the basketball will stay on this end. As Victoria Thompson triggers the basketball in, there's going to be a traveling violation. Zanaya Moore turns it over. So that'll be the first turnover, I believe, for the visiting Tigers. As I check the stat sheet, yep, that'll be their first turnover. Stratton reverses. Right, feed inside. Linton Robinson, her second shot off the mark as well. Loose ball taken by the Tigers. Tigers have the basketball poked away from behind. Here's Kelly, able to get it to Lamberson. Her left-handed shot off the glass is good for two, and the Lady Builders now with a double-digit lead, 10-0 over the visiting Tigers. Builders once again with a lot of pressure. Walston now with the basketball. Moore. Trinity forces it more, but Moore is going to be fouled. They're going to give that foul to Jayla Stratton. That is her second personal foul and the team's second of the period. So that will send Trinity to the line to shoot two. Zanaya Moore with her first opportunity from the charity stripe, and her shot is good. And the Tigers are finally on the scoreboard, 10-1. 6:45 remaining in the first period. Moore misses the second of two. Stratton forces the issue quickly. Right with the skip pass to Kelly. Here's Wright. Her corner three hit the top of the backboard. That leads to a fast break opportunity for the Tigers, but they decide to slow things down as Khalees Williams handles the basketball. Walston to Moore. Doesn't look like much of a semblance of any plays being run right now by the Tigers. Looks a little bit like street ball as the Tigers fall asleep on defense. Builders tried to take advantage. Unfortunately, that's going to turn into a turnover. So that'll be the Lady Builders' second turnover of the contest. These teams haven't played each other since 2024. The last time they played each other, the Tigers actually won 55-51 over the Lady Builders. Skip pass to Thomas. Thomas was able to get the basketball inside to Walston. Shot hit the side of the iron. Rebound comes off to the Lady Builders as Kelly decides to squeeze it from three. Her long shot misses everything, and it goes out of bounds, so that will be Tiger basketball. As Walston crosses the timeline. Williams actually took it right to a much taller player for the Lady Builders. Williams comes up short. Back come the Builders with Lamberson. Right. Test the baseline with the jumper. Shot no good. Rebound taken by Linton Robinson, and she's able to muscle it up and in 4-2 inside. Builders now with an 11-point lead over the Tigers as Williams works with the basketball to Thomas. Moore goes right at Joy Williams, loses her footing, throws up a wild shot. It's off the mark. Back come the Lady Builders. Kelly, shot with the left hand up and good, and she is fouled. So count the basket at the foul. Foul is going to be credited. Tell you what, we'll sort all that out. Media timeout. We'll be back. Builders up by 13. Prior to that timeout, that was a foul call on the Tigers. That foul was credited to Patricia Thomas. That'll be her first personal foul and the team's fourth. So for the Tigers, again, Tigers, number-wise, they only have one player available on the bench. That's it. So we'll see if that ends up being a detriment to the basketball team as the evening goes on, should anybody get into foul trouble. So Neandra Kelly gets an opportunity to go to the line to shoot a single free throw to try to complete the three-point play. She was able to hit the left-handed layup prior to her being fouled, and Neandra Kelly completes the three-point play. Builders now up by 14 over the Tigers as Walston works the perimeter. Turnover. Shayla Rain Lord into the basketball game for the Lady Builders during the timeout. Kelly to Lord. Stratton feeds it inside to Wright, unable to really handle the entry pass, but she still does a bit of a Euro step along the baseline, and she's able to score. I believe those are Wright's first points of the game. Builders force another turnover. Here's Lord. Her left-handed layup off the glass and good. Builders now with an 18-point lead, 19-1, as Coach Jerome Cook gets up off the bench. Coach Cook in his second season at the helm as the Tigers basketball coach. As the Tigers continue to work the perimeter to try to see if they can solve this Builder defense. That time the loose ball up and in by Moore. So that is Moore's third point of the night. That one is going to be last touched by Trinity. Builders make substitutions as Lundy, Shaw, and Lamberson make their way into the basketball game. 2:59 remaining in the first period. Lady Builders up by 16. Shaw, open jumper, off the mark. Long rebound, tracked down in the corner by Joy Wright. That'll reset the shot clock to 20. As Lundy thought about it, instead gives it up to Wright. Her shot off the front of the rim. Rebound comes off to Thomas. Here's Walston. Moore decides to attack the rim. Her shot off the glass, no good. Wright with another rebound. For the Tigers, one and done on offense so far in this basketball game, as Lundy decides to launch. Her shot off the back of the iron, able to get her own rebound. Lamberson working with the left hand. She finally gets it to go. 21-3 now, Lady Builders. That ball is going to go out of bounds. Miscommunication between the Tigers. So the Tigers make substitutions. As Shiona, I believe that's Shiona Nav makes her way into the basketball game. Shiona Nav makes her way in. This will be her first action. As Dejanelle Linton Robinson makes her way back in, her right-hander off the mark. Rebound taken by Nav. Here's Nav to Moore. Williams now with the basketball. Thomas. That's a three-point shot. That one hit the top of the backboard. Woo! Shot just a little bit off the mark. Now, the Tigers only shoot 14% from the arc. Lady Builders not much better, only shoot about 19% themselves. So don't expect either one of these teams to light it up from three-point land as that feed goes inside to Lamberson. I think she may have wanted to pass that to Linton Robinson, but the basketball fell out of her hands. That's going to be another turnover for the Builders. If you were with us on the last time the Builders were on the court when they played Warren Wilson, Lady Builders turned the basketball over 32 times. I've never seen that in all the years I've watched basketball on any level. Builders with an opportunity. Here's Shaw. Shaw thought about throwing it in to Linton Robinson. It wasn't there. We're now down to 20 seconds remaining in the period. Shaw over to Lundy. Lundy, her shot up and good. 13 seconds, 11 seconds as Trinity handles the basketball. Thompson gets it over to Moore. That shot is good if it goes, and it does not, and that is how the first period of action will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Season finale for the Lady Builders. They lead 23-3. We will return.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Nasia Lamberson, she now has 10 in the contest. Lady Builders only turned the basketball over twice in the first period. Couldn't say that when they played Warren Wilson the other night. The leading scorer right now for the Tigers is Moore. She has all of the Tiger points at 3. Feed inside to Moore, way too high. Lord able to come away with the loose ball. Here's Lundy. Lundy works off of the screen from right. Lundy, shot clock at 10. Feed inside to Linton Robinson. That was probably one pass too many for Joy Wright. She used the Euro step to get open in the lane, but she passed up a wide open shot. So here's Moore. Tigers working the perimeter. Here's Williams. Williams decides to back it out. Shot clock now at 10. Here's Moore. Skip pass to Thomas. Thomas, three-point shot off the mark. Builders' largest lead of the night has been 20, which is where we are right now, 23-3, as Linton Robinson has the basketball slapped out of her hands by Moore. So here's Nav. Three-point shot, well short. The official says out of bounds, last touch by the Tigers. Neandra Kelly and Cornesia Lamberson back onto the floor. Neandra, the lone senior on the Lady Builder squad, was honored a few nights ago on senior night. Had a lot of support here for her. That was really beautiful to see. She was awarded a jersey and everything and a basketball. It was awesome. So congratulations to her as Shaw, her shot off the mark, rebound taken by Williams. So neither team really lighting up the scoreboard offensively, even though the Lady Builders are up by 20. Tigers, tough shot on the baseline off the mark. Here's Kelly. Kelly with the outlet. Builders decide to slow it down, get into their half-court offense. As that feed goes to Lamberson, it was blocked, but they're going to call the foul. They're going to give that foul to Zanaya Moore. That is her second personal foul. That is the team's first of the period. So that will result in 2 foul shots upcoming for Cornesia Lamberson. Again, right now Cornesia leads all scorers in the contest with 10, with an opportunity to add to it. Maybe on the next one. Lady Builders shooting 60% as a team from the charity stripe. And she misses them both, but she's able to get back her own rebound and put it back in for 2. No resistance there defensively from the Tigers. They just kind of sat there and let that one happen. Surely that can't make Coach Jerome Cook happy. Builders now with a 22-point lead as Moore works. Moore with all of the Tigers' points, 3, as Williams with the basketball. Shot clock at 4, 3. Moore decides to launch. Her three-point shot well off the mark. Stratton to Shaw. Kelly with the shot clock now at 10. Here's Shaw. Stratton, shot clock now at 5. Kelly is going to have to launch this one. Gets it inside to Lamberson. She's able to get it up and in just as the shot clock was expiring. Lady Builders now with a 24-point lead. Thompson works with the basketball. To Moore. To Thomas. Thomas, her step back 3, off the mark. Right. Weaving. Builders working the perimeter. Not a lot of energy from your Tiger basketball team of Trinity Washington as that feed goes inside to Lamberson. Again, not a lot of energy on defense for the Tigers. It was as if they stood there and just let that one happen. Now, these teams were supposed to play each other in January, on the 7th of January, but the game was canceled because I believe that some of the Tiger players may have been ill as we get a foul call. That foul is going to be credited to Shaw. That'll be her first personal foul, the team's first of the period, as Shayla Rain Lord will make her way back onto the floor for the Lady Builders. Victoria Thompson will step to the line to shoot 2. clock stopped, 5:36 remaining as Skylar Walston makes her way back into the game as well. That first shot by Thompson is off the mark. Trying to see when the last time the Tigers scored. Tigers have not scored since 2:04 in the first period. 2:04 in the first period. Kelly splits the defense. The left-handed shot off the mark, but she is fouled. They will give that one to Nave. Her first personal foul, the team's second of the period. So that'll put Neandra Kelly at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is up and good. Last time out, the Lady Builders shot the basketball extremely well from the free throw line. Today, they are now 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Builders shot somewhere around 89 to 90% from the charity stripe against Warren Wilson. That was a jump ball. The possession arrow is in favor of the Lady Builders, so it'll stay on this end. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5:14 on the game clock. Stratton. Shot off the mark, rebound gathered by Lamberson, put back is good, and she is fouled. So count the basket at the foul. That foul call is going to be on, Khalees Williams, her third personal foul, the team's third, so she's going to have a seat, right? No substitution so far. Once again, Lady Builders shoot about 60% as a team from the free throw line, and it doesn't matter. That three-point play is converted as Cornesia Lamberson continues to lead all scorers on the floor. She's going to take a seat, and that's going to allow Linton Robinson to come in. Builders up by 30 over the Tigers. Again, Tigers have not scored since late in the first period, and we're less than 5 minutes away from halftime as Williams gets it to Moore. Loose ball comes to Walston. And there's the first points by the Tigers in nearly a period, as Linton Robinson is going to be fouled on this end. They're going to give that one to Zanaya Moore. That'll be her third personal foul, and we have a timeout, media timeout. They'll step away. We'll step away with them. Builders with a big 28-point lead over the Tigers.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
2 players currently in foul trouble for the Tigers. Khalees Williams has 3. Zanaya Moore also has 3. I told you prior to that stat that the Tigers only dress 6 players. So some of these players are more than likely going to be playing Iron Man basketball, as Linton Robinson misses the first of 2. Builders now 5 of 10 from the free throw line. That's 50%. Again, this is the same team that when they played Warren Wilson the other night, they could barely miss from the charity stripe as Linton Robinson hits the second. Patricia Thomas is going to come in for Khalees Williams. Williams is going to have a seat. She has 3 personal fouls, so we may not see her for the remainder of the first half as Coach Cook tries to manage his team fouls. Here's Nave to Thompson. Moore in the corner to Nave. She squeezes it from 3. Shot off the mark. Loose ball picked up by Wright. Wright attacks the lane. Shot off the mark. Loose ball comes back to Wright. Wright able to convert. 36-5 now is our score. Tigers right now with only 2 made baskets in the first half, as that is going to be a traveling violation on the Tigers. Basketball goes over to the Builders. That will be turnover number 7 for the Tigers, as Elizabeth Shaw will make her way into the basketball game. As the Builders inbound. Stratton. Shot in and out. Rebound comes off to Moore. This is a Trinity Washington University basketball team that's right now 2-7 on the road. I guess that's not really much to make light of, as the Builders lost to Warren Wilson. Warren Wilson was 0-10 on the road. Here's Thompson with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Skip pass to Moore. 1-0. That is going to be a shot clock violation. That will be turnover number 8 against the visiting Tigers, as we, nope, I thought we were going to get a timeout instead. Khalees Williams is going to come back into the basketball game. She just sat down a moment ago, actually less than 2 minutes eclipsed off the clock. She has 3 fouls. She's back in the basketball game as Lundy comes over to the scorer's table. She'll come in as well. So the basketball is going to stay on this end of the court. Shot clock is reset to 20. Moore. And we're going to get a foul. That foul is going to be Wilson on Elizabeth Shaw. That'll be her second personal foul, the team's second of the period. They call the foul on the floor, so no foul shots. As Moore goes to work yet again. Here's Williams. Moore. Able to get through the defense. Her shot off the mark. Builders. Snowball. Lord with the easy 2. Builders now with a 33-point lead, 38-5. Again, Trinity Washington University only 2 made baskets in the entire first half. Both of those have come from Moore. Moore turns it over. Here's Shaw. Shaw. They're going to call traveling on Shaw, but that was after Shaw had already committed a double dribble. So the official had to take their pick. Do I call the double dribble or do I just call the travel? They decided to call the travel. 2:08 remaining in the first half. Season finale for the Lady Builders. This weekend, Lady Builders will go into tournament play in the NSAC as the number 1 seed on the women's side of the bracket. Moore loses it. Here's Thomas. Her shot off the mark. Here's Lundy. We're now under 2 minutes remaining in the first half as Lundy gets it to Shaw. Shaw has the basketball tipped. That one is going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it was last tipped by the Tigers, so the basketball will stay On the end of the good guys, 15 seconds. I'm sorry, now 16 seconds on the shot clock. Lundy now with 10 to Shaw. Wright able to get it inside to Linton Robinson, who had the smaller Khalees Williams on her. She's able to go up strong and put the Builders up now by 35. As Linton Robinson, she now has 7 in the basketball game. Moore. Skip pass to Williams. Here's Walston. Everyone touching it as Nav, is that a 3? That is a long 2. And with just a shade under a minute remaining in the first half, Trinity has their 3rd made basket of the game. 40-7 as Lundy shoots. Shot in and out. Rebound gathered by Lord. Her shot hit the underside of the backboard. Tigers can't hold for the final shot as Moore, responsible for half of the scoring for the Lady Builders, and Moore is fouled. They're going to give that one to Elizabeth Shaw. That is now her 3rd personal foul, the team's 3rd of the period. So Zanaya Moore, who has 3 points in today's game, she's at the free throw line with an opportunity to add to her point total. She is unable to do so. 23 and a half seconds left in the first half. Misses them both. Builders can hold for the final shot of the first half. A very fast first half. Just a shade over 30 minutes have gone by in this contest as Lundy now with the basketball with 10. Feed inside to Robinson. Here's Lord. Lord travels with 5.4 left on the first half clock, so that'll be a turnover. Builders have been able to keep their turnovers way, way down in this one. That's their 5th. As the clock starts, here's Walston. Walston to Moore. Moore launches. That one as good as it goes. It misses everything and goes out of bounds. And that is how the first half of action will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Season finale for your Lady Builders. After one half of play, the Lady Builders lead 40-7 over the Tigers of Trinity Washington University. They will take a break. We'll take it with them. We'll be back with first half stats and second half action. Don't go anywhere. We'll return. We're winding down halftime here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Howard McCain, Dave Davenport, Mike Davenport. So glad you could be along with us for this ride. Our final regular season game for the Lady Builders before they get ready for tournament action this weekend, the New South Athletic Conference tournament, where the Lady Builders will go into that tournament as the #1 seed on the women's side. Congratulations to Coach Aisha Gainey. Successful season, her first season with the Lady Builders. It's going to be a successful season for her and her basketball team. They are nationally ranked as well. They're right now taking on the Tigers of Trinity Washington University. Here at halftime, they're up 40-7 as both teams are making their way out of the halftime locker room and onto the court to get this second half underway. Very fast second half, first half actually. So for the Tigers, Zanaya Moore was the leading scorer. She had 3 points for the Tigers. Cornasia Lamberson was the leading scorer for the Builders. She had 19. Tigers shot 12% in the first half off of 3 of 24 shooting, while the Builders shot 45%, 17 of 38 shooting. Builders have led by as many as 35. Right now they lead by 32 as the Tigers come out of the halftime locker room with Moore with the basketball. Here's Thompson. Her shot is blocked by Linton Robinson. Linton Robinson says, get that shot out of here. Shot clock stopped at 11. That's Thompson. Inbounds to Moore. Moore, baseline. Her runner. Air ball. So here come the Lady Builders with their first offensive possession of the second half. That first half only took about 33 minutes. It's a very fast first half. That's even with the media timeouts. Kelly nearly traveled with the basketball. Right for 3. Off the mark. Lamberson is fouled. And if that foul is on Williams, that'll be Williams' 4th personal foul. And for Khalees Williams, that is her 4th personal foul, the team's first of the period, so she will have to take a seat. She's only 1 foul away from being disqualified for the rest of the remainder of the basketball game, as Nav will come in to replace her. Nav with 1 foul, no points. No, I take it back. She has a 3, if I'm not mistaken. And she has a 2-point bucket. Lamberson makes the first of 2. She now has 20. So she has almost half of the Builder points. Now she officially does. 21 for Lamberson. Builders 42, Tigers 7. Tigers work the perimeter against the Builder defense. I think Builders are now more into a matchup zone defense to try to dare the Tigers to shoot over the top of it. Thompson can't find anything, gets it to Moore. And we're going to have a shot clock violation. No one looked at the shot clock. That'll be a turnover. Builders in control of the basketball, and the basketball game is right. Thought about the 3. Instead, Builders feed it inside to Linton Robinson. Her spin move is good, and she's able to clean up her mess. Now to make the score now 44-7 is Linton Robinson. Trying to look at her point total. I'll give that to you momentarily. As Walston gets it to Moore. Moore to Nav. Nav throws up a shot. I believe that went off the foot of a Tiger. Oh, they're going to say it wasn't. It's going to stay on this end. Here's Nav to Moore. Moore attacks the basket. Shot up off the glass is good, so count the basket. And they're going to credit that foul to Joy Wright. That'll be Joy Wright's first personal foul, the team's first of the period. So that'll send Zanaya Moore to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Right now, Zanaya with 5. And that is where her point total will stay. 44-9 now. Lady Builders with a 35-point lead as they work the perimeter. Here's Wright. Wright shoots nothing but the bottom of the net for Joy Wright. And for Joy Wright, that is her 7th point of the evening. Lady Builders now with their largest lead, 38. As Nav squeezes from long range, her shot doesn't hit anything, air ball. So that leads to another offensive opportunity for the Lady Builders as wholesale substitutions make their way to the scorer's table for the Lady Builders. Feed inside to Linton Robinson. He has the basketball stripped, so the basketball will stay on this end as Lundy, Lord, and Shaw make their way into the contest. Builders trying to add to a 38-point lead. Here's Lundy. Shot clock at 15. Lundy sets up the offense. Shaw with the shot clock under 10. Shaw with the shot clock under 5. Here's Lamberson, shot off the mark. Rebound taken by Moore. Here's Moore. Shot by Thomas off the mark. Here's Lundy looking, can't find anyone. She decides to reset the offense to Shaw. Lundy with the feed to Wright. Wright harassed, turned the basketball over. So this is one of those games, if you are Coach Gainey, you kind of want to see your team sort of use this as a get-right game to work on some of your fundamentals, like taking care of the basketball, because, again, the Builders turned the basketball over 30-plus times their last time out. Today they turned it over 7 into a, let's face it, a much, much more inferior opponent. And you would like to see the Lady Builders take better care of the basketball regardless of who the opponent is, as Lamberson is able to get inside the paint. Shot up, no good, but she's going to be fouled. They're going to give that one to Nav. That'll be her second personal foul, the team's second. So that'll put Lamberson at the line to shoot 2. Lamberson now with 21. And that is where her point total will stay at 21. Of course, Trinity Washington University is located in Washington, D.C. This is a makeup game from the January 7th game that was on the schedule. As the second of 2 comes off, no good. Back comes Walston. Again, this game was supposed to take place in January on the 7th, but it had to be canceled or postponed and rescheduled. Tigers didn't have enough players as that shot is off the mark. Builders out front and running as Shaw's shot is going to be blocked by Moore. So the basketball will stay on this end. 5:14 remaining in the third as Stratton will come in for Lamberson. Lamberson gets an opportunity to rest up. Feed inside to Wright. Here's Shaw. Shot off the mark. That one was last touched by Moore. And then, so the basketball will stay on this end. Builders still with a 38-point lead. Here's Lord. She's fouled. That foul is going to be credited to Patricia Thomas. Her second personal foul. That will be the team's third. And we'll try it one more time. Stratton. That's good if it for three. If it goes down, it does not. Loose ball comes off to Thomas. Here's Walston. Feed down low to Thomas. Her baseline jumper off the mark. Here's Wright. Wright decides to slow it down, gives it off to Stratton. Here's Lord. Lundy, wide open jumper, and it is good. That is Lundy's fourth point of the night, and the Builders' lead is ballooned to 40. Now, in the not-so-distant past, these teams played each other, and it was a very similar outcome to what we're looking at tonight where the Builders, if I'm not mistaken, they won that game. Dave, what was the final score in that game again? That final score was 78-1. 78-1. I don't know if we're tracking to that. We may be, as the Builders have scored their 51st point of the contest. It is going to be that type of final. Now, the Builders are 5-2 all time against Trinity, as that shot by Thomas is up and good. Tigers now down by exactly, 40 again. So the Builders are 5-2 all time against Trinity. As the communication on that play is off, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be a, okay, so that is going to be a turnover. Timeout, media timeout, under 4 timeout. We'll take it with them. Builders by 40.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
3:13 remaining in the regular season for your Lady Builder basketball team as they will wrap up the regular season schedule with this game against the Tigers of Trinity Washington University. Well, right now the Lady Builders lead by 40 in this contest as Nav unable to convert after blowing by Shaw to get to the rim. So back come the Builders on offense with Lundy. Shaw to Lord. Feed inside to Linton Robinson. Left-hander off the glass. And good. Linton Robinson now with 11. Builders lead now by 42 as Moore. Skip pass to Thomas. Thomas. Shot off the mark. Loose ball saved by the Tigers. Builders with an opportunity. Here's Lord. She takes it right to the defense and right to the rim to push the Builder lead up to 44 now. Here's Thomas. Back to Moore. Nav launches from 3. Shot off the mark. Builders with another opportunity for fast break points. Builders with the numbers as Shaw gets her first basket along the baseline. Shaw now with 2. Lady Builder lead now up to 46. We're down to close to a minute and a half remaining in the third. As the Builders, again, use this as an opportunity to just kind of work on some fundamentals. But most of all, if you are Coach Gainey, you want to get out of this basketball game as healthy as possible. As Nav barely got that one off. Rebound comes off to the Lady Builders. That skip pass into Lord. Lord for an easy layup. As the Builders now lead by 48. We're now under a minute remaining in the third. Nav gives it off to Moore. Moore splits the defense. She is fouled. Shot no good. They're going to give that foul to Shayla Rain Lord, her first personal foul, the team's second of the period. So that'll put Zanaya Moore at the line to try to add to her point total. And she's unable to do that there. She now has 5. %51% from the free throw line is what the Tigers shoot, excuse me, as a team. Second or 2 goes down. Builder lead now 47. Here's Lundy to Lord. Builders can't hold for the final shot as Kelly. Her shot from 3 off the mark. Moore. Tigers can't hold for the final shot of the period as the game clock now is at 15. Here's Thompson to Thomas. Game clock now under 10. Here's Moore. Moore takes a quick peek at the clock, tries to go at the defense, gives it up. Only 3 seconds remaining as Lundy will dribble out the third quarter clock, and that is how the third period, would end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Lady Builders lead 59-12 over the Tigers. Let's take a break. We'll be back for fourth quarter action.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice Athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code
of the Tigers as Kelly able to get the basketball inside to Lord. Lord fights, bumped. Shot does not go, so she will go to the line to shoot 2. They're going to give that foul call. They're going to give that to Shiana Nave. That'll be her third personal foul and the team's first of the period. As Lord hits the first of 2. Builders now with a 48-point lead. As Lord her shot off the mark, she will stay at 9 points in the basketball game. As Nave gives it off to Thompson. Thompson to Williams. Williams has 4 fouls. To Walston. Walston launch from 3. Shot off the mark. Basketball saved by Shaw. Here's Stratton. Here's Kelly. To Lord. Builders continue to work the basketball to try to catch the defense out of position. Here's Lord. Lord just goes right at him and says, you know what, forget trying to get him out of position. I'm just going to go right at him. As Nav comes away with that loose ball. Williams. That shot from three off the mark. Rebound collected by Linton Robinson. Builders still holding to a 48-point lead. There's going to be a foul call. They're going to give it to Shayana Nave. That'll be her fourth personal foul. So now Williams and Nave both have 4, as Linton Robinson will make her way to the bench area. Cornesia Lamberson back in. She's been having a fantastic night scoring the basketball, but she doesn't score on that opportunity. So back come the Tigers. Walston. Nave. Williams trying to work the baseline. Nothing there. Here's Thompson. Thompson. Baseline runner with the right, with the left hand is good. Tough shot. Got that one to go. So the Builder lead now is 46. That is going to be a turnover. Lapse in communication and concentration right there as Elizabeth Shaw threw that one too far away from Stratton, and the basketball goes out of bounds. So it's Tiger basketball. Thompson shot off the mark. Loose ball gathered by Stratton. Stratton quickly over the timeline. Kelly. Stratton with the feed inside. Quickly comes right back out as Lamberson holds, and they're going to call a 3-second violation on Shayla Rain Lord. So that'll be a turnover for the Builders. For the Builders, that will be their, waiting for the stats to possibly update, that will be their 9th turnover. Correction, that will be their 10th turnover. Of course, that's way down from the 32 that the Lady Builders had the last time out, as Nave drains the three-pointer in the corner. Kelly. Lamberson. Here's Shaw looking for her 4th point. Nothing doing. Nave now comes off with another defensive rebound. Here's Thompson being guarded by Lamberson. Builders still in a matchup zone. Again, daring this team to shoot over the top of them as Nave forces that one. Lord with the basketball. Stratton. Thought about it. Shaw with the feed inside to Lamberson. She's fouled, and the shot goes. I want to say this is going to be her 3rd and 1 opportunity of the basketball game. I think it is. As Walston is going to be credited with the foul. That'll be her first personal foul, and the team's 2nd of the period as Lundy will come in for Lord. And that'll send Lamberson back to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Of course, the old-fashioned way with the and one. She has 23 points on the night, looking for her 24th. Shot off the mark. Loose ball tapped around and controlled by Walston. Nav. Williams. Feed inside to Walston is a good one, and Walston able to convert underneath. 62-19 now. Here's Lundy. Builders continue to work the perimeter. Here's Shaw. Woo. And that is a turnover. I was going to say nearly a turnover, but it is a turnover. It's Thomas back the other way. She is fouled. And we get a timeout, media timeout. We will take it with them, of course. Builders with a commanding 62-19 lead. Season finale will be back.
The USC NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
The visiting Tigers shooting 17%. They were shooting 20%. Visiting Tigers shot 20% in the first half, shooting 17% in the second half. That's 8 of 46 shooting. 8 of 46 shooting. Lady Builders shooting 44% on the game, 26 of 59 shooting. Last 4.5 minutes of the regular season for the Lady Builders. See if they can finish strong as Stratton hits. Stratton, those are her first points of the night, and that pushes the Lady Builder lead back up to 45 as Williams gets the basketball to Nav. Nav working against this matchup zone defense. Here's Thompson. Walston tries to break down the defense. Nearly turned it over. That's going to be last touched, I believe, by the Lady Builders, so it'll stay on this end. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3:57 on the game clock. Thompson gets it to Nav. Williams. That shot is good if it goes, and it's off the mark. Here's Lundy. Lundy decides to slow it down. Of course, the Lady Builders have more than enough points to win this basketball game. As Lamberson can't hit that one. Her shot back up and good, and she is fouled. And if that is for Nav, that is her 5th personal foul, so she is now disqualified for the remainder of the basketball game. So Coach Cook will have to go to his extremely limited bench, and he'll bring Moore back onto the floor. Nav is done for the night. She leaves the court with 5 points. And that'll put Cornesia Lamberson back at the free throw line to shoot 1 to try and complete the 3-point play, and she does. She now has 26 on the night as Linton Robinson comes in for Lamberson. Walton now handling the basketball for the Tigers. Williams to Thomas. Here's Moore to Thompson. Thompson to Thomas. Shot clock now under 10. That one, I think it may have hit off the shin of Lundy. Lundy goes right at the Tiger defense, shot off the mark, but Shaw is there to get the loose ball. Here's Lundy. Builders decide to pull it out. Eat a little clock. Lundy. Shot off the mark. Loose ball taken by Walston. Here's Thomas. Her three-point shot. Did she call bank on that one? That one hits the backboard and goes in. Doesn't matter. It's a three-point make for the visiting Tigers. 67-22 now with 2:25 left in the contest. Lundy tried to give it to Shaw. Shaw had other plans, so that will be another turnover for the Lady Builders. Again, after giving up 32 the other night to Warren Wilson, the Lady Builders have given 12 turnovers to the Tigers. Have to value the basketball as we get ready to go into tournament play for the Lady Builders. Thompson thought she may have traveled there. They don't call it. She's able to get her own rebound, and the putback is good. 67-24 now. We're under 2 minutes left in the season finale for the Lady Builders, regular season finale, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Aisha Gainey. They're going to change that one to a media timeout. When they take it, we take it with them. Builders up big, 1:45 left.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit GoBuilders.com to get your membership today.
The highlight for tonight for the Lady Builders, Cornesia Lamberson, 26 points off of 10 of 16 shooting from the field. She's 6 of 12 from the charity stripe. Great night tonight for Cornesia Lamberson, so congratulations to her as the Lady Builders go right back on the attack with Joy Wright. She's able to get into the lane for an easy bucket. As the Builder lead now is 45 over the Tigers of Trinity Washington University, as Thomas gives it over to Williams. Williams looking to Moore. Shot clock now at 10. Here's Walston. 7, 6, 5. Moore with the step back three. Doesn't hit anything, and it goes out of bounds with 1 second remaining on the shot clock. So it will be Builder basketball. We are now 1 minute away from the end of the regular season for the Lady Builders, and they would like to go into the conference tournament on a high note, as that one rims out. Rebound taken and put up by Joy Wright, and she is fouled. So that'll be on Zanaya Moore. That'll be her 4th personal foul, the team's 4th. Nope, I'm missing one. Scores table said that's 5 team fouls. So Builders now in the double bonus as Joy Wright hits the first of 2. Wright now has 12 points. Make it 13. So 46.4 seconds left. Lady Builders looking to cap a successful season in the first season for Coach Aisha Gainey at the helm. Her and her husband, Michael Gainey, are the men's and women's head basketball coaches here at the Apprentice School. So congratulations to both of them on successful seasons. As the outlet to Kelly is tracked down, Lady Builders can just sit on the basketball. As you hear Coach Gainey tell the Lady Builders no, hold the basketball. 71-24 is how this game will end. We're down to the final 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And congratulations to the Lady Builders. Successful regular season as they wrap it up here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center with a resounding victory over the Tigers of Trinity Washington University, 71-24. Cornasia Lamberson finishes the night with 26 points, again off of 10 of 16 shooting and 6 of 12 from the free throw line. So for the Lady Builders, nope, they're not traveling anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be home for the New South Athletic Conference tournament that starts here Friday. Don't know who their opponent will be just yet, but listen, come back with us and you'll see. Congratulations once again to Coach Aisha Gainey and her staff. Successful first season at the helm. Tell you what, we're going to step away. We're going to say good night. Thank you so much for joining us. For Dave Davenport, for Mike Davenport, and for everyone who made this broadcast successful, thank you so much. We'll see you soon, where we'll be in conference tournament action. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is Builder Basketball.